Hi everybody, it's Patrick here. Thanks for watching. Today I'm going to give my thoughts on the Tidy Track Rotary Wheel Cleaner by Woodland Scenics. And in particular, I'll look at the N-scale version. This product sells for around $25 US, and I picked mine up for about $18 at a train show. So it's not terribly expensive. So this is the heart of the system right here, and it's basically a cradle that the locomotive runs on, and it's got two metal plates that make contact with the bottoms of the flanges of the wheels and then provide power to the locomotive. And as the wheels turn, they contact these two white cleaning strips on either side of the rails. So this allows the locomotive to clean its own wheels by rotating. To provide power to the locomotive, you can do this in one of three ways. First, this has contacts and the appropriately gauged grooves so that you can simply put this on a powered section of track like that. Or if you prefer, you can also use these included alligator clips with the system. So to do this, you simply plug in the power to this end here, and then you can clip these to track, or you can clip these to the terminals on your power pack. So one of those three ways will get power to the locomotive. It also works with both DC as well as DCC systems. So to demonstrate this, I'll show you how it works with one of my favorite locomotives. This is the F40PH passenger locomotive by Kato in N-scale. So to use this, you simply put the locomotive on the cradle like so, and then you apply just a small amount of power, and the locomotive goes to the end of the cradle and it bumps into these stops. So right now the wheels are spinning, and then I like to turn up the throttle to about 50%, and I don't know if you can hear that, but it's kind of humming as the motor turns. And right now it's just contacting the wheels and cleaning the wheels as the wheels rotate. So I like to just kind of gently pull this back and expose it to different parts of the pads, just to kind of even out the wear. I'm not putting any downward pressure on it, I'm just pulling it back gently. Alright, so that's one direction, and then reverse and repeat. I like to clean the wheels for about 10 seconds in each direction. That's per the instructions. Okay. So that is the system at a glance, and it's really efficient. I think it's pretty straightforward. I'll contrast this with what I used to do. So without the Tidy Track, what I used to do is I would put a pad or some type of, like a paper towel or something, on the track, and then I would hold the locomotive over the pad and turn the wheels against the pad to clean them. And I'm sure many of you recognize this technique. It's really pretty common. I was doing this with HO scale locomotives for a long time with no problem whatsoever. Worked perfectly. Then when I got into N-scale, I tried the same thing, and after a few months they started to run funny. They were erratic, they would have kind of jerky start and stop, and just not very smooth running. And after some research, I realized that the fibers in this paper swab or towel or whatever it is you're using get ingested by the locomotive. And I'll just show you here really quick. So what happens is these slots here are exposing gears, so that if you want, you could oil the locomotive. Not that I would recommend it, but you can apply a drop of oil to each of these gears. And that's a whole other topic. But the idea is that by design, they've exposed these gears through these slots. Well, the problem is that that means when a locomotive is running right over some substance, and if that has loose fibers, it's naturally going to sweep up those fibers. So that's what happens. The locomotive runs jerky because when enough of that fiber accumulates inside the gears and around the axles, then the locomotive has to overcome that additional friction and supply the extra force needed to turn the wheels against those fibers. And this creates all kinds of problems. So I don't do this anymore. If you look at the Tidy Track system, the nice thing about this is between the wheels is this strip of plastic. So there's no fiber directly underneath the gears. I don't think it's a perfect system. I'm sure that once in a while a fiber from one of these cleaning pads probably does make its way into the locomotive, but I would imagine that's pretty rare. So by design, the gears are spinning next to this plastic, which pretty much prevents or solves the problem of the locomotive ingesting those fibers. So I think that's a pretty smart idea. So in a nutshell, I recommend this. I think it works pretty well. I would use it for occasional light cleaning. I wouldn't necessarily do deep cleaning with it, but every fourth or fifth time I'm running my trains, I'll just do a quick cleaning with this. So I think it's innovative, and I also think it solves a very practical problem. So for that reason, I recommend this. If you have any questions, please just send me an email, and I'd be glad to provide any further thoughts. So thank you very much for watching.